Well, the system created poverty, so the system can uncreate poverty. So if we live in a world
That's a
where
radical notion.
I think it is a radical notion, but at its core, it's really not that intelligent. We as a society have accepted and promoted having people being on one level that's low and one level that's high.
So it's pretty simple then.
It is very simple. We have decided that certain people deserve to have and certain people have decided not to have. We've really put ourselves in this position where we think of ourselves as a democracy, but we're not really a democracy. Democracy, representative democracy, means that all people are represented. What we have right now is a group of privileged people with resources are able to get to the polling place, present the ID that they have to have, and cast their vote. And we have a whole group of people who are systematically challenged from participating in a democracy. We have a group of people who have to take a bus to a polling place that's been changed, but since they changed addresses during the year, they don't know that. So they show up at 7 a.m. to cast their vote at the place they've always voted, and the polling place has changed. So now they have to get on a bus to go to another polling place before they get to their job. If they get to their job late, they're going to be fired. So they don't vote. So we know very well that we don't have a representative democracy. We know that in great election turnouts, we have 11% of our population coming out to cast their vote. How does that represent anyone? So systematically, what we really need to do is we need to take back our government. When I look to Harrisburg and when I look to Washington, D.C., I need to see people who reflect my experience. I grew up in Weirton, West Virginia in a steel mill town. Our lives rose and set on the profitability of that steel mill. And the best economic year my father ever had for a family of four was $24,000. I grew up in poverty and I didn't even know it. How did I not know it? Because I lived in a community that treated me with love and respect. If I was living in that same community today, my experience would be completely different. We would be the poor kids on the block and we would be scrambling to try to keep up.